I got an Indian chap who's based abroad. He sent me a WhatsApp message and he asked me, what are my thoughts on Indians not being allowed in certain clubs, pubs, or outlets? You know, they have this policy, some call it racist. Indians, like obviously they don't put a signboard outside, Indians not allowed. But what are my thoughts? He said, see how racist these people are and all that. Let me give my thoughts about this and you can let me know whether you agree, disagree. Okay. Now, I have experienced racism, okay, being an Indian passport holder before my tattoos and all that. Now, I look like a normal, typical Indian. I didn't have any style or all that. I was just a normal guy. I've experienced. And in Dubai, there was Hard Rock Cafe. This place, only whites used to go there, Goras or Western passport holders. It was run by an Indian guy, but he wouldn't allow Indians to come in. Okay, I think it was Shetty, one of the Shetty criminal gangs. It's no longer there, that Rock Bottom Cafe or whatever. So we heard a lot of stories, and there were a couple of other nightclubs and all that where Indians, they would say, I'm sorry, members only. Sorry. But if a Gora would come, please welcome. In fact, I've even had instances where me and 2-3 other guys, friends, they came as tourists. So when we would be there, obviously me looking like an Indian, they say, stop, sorry. Yes, I want to come. No, sorry, members only. But my friends who are American or British, yeah, please welcome. I'll be like, yeah, but these are my friends. Yeah, I'm sorry, members only. Yeah, but they just came down for a holiday. How are they members? I'm sorry, this is our door policy. Which was an example of racism. Now, those days, I was very bitter about it. Like bastards, how they can be like this. And this is pre-social media days where there was no Facebook and you couldn't write reviews and all that. And I was very bitter about this. However, one day, something happened that changed my opinion. Now, what was it? I had this friend of mine, his name is, let's give him a name, Richard. Okay. Now, this guy is Indian-Pakistani, okay, mix of both. And he was born and raised in Dubai. Okay, he was in Dubai from, his parents were there from the 60s and 70s, and he was also born and raised there. He was, I think, 10, 15 years elder to me. So we were going to the same place, Rock Bottom. So when we went there, as he was going there, I told him, see, listen, they will not allow you to enter. He said, why? He's saying, you're Indian. Ah, okay. Don't worry, just come with me. I said, no, they don't allow. Or you have to pay some big, hefty price tag. He's saying, just don't worry. And this guy was dressed up with jeans, t-shirt. He walked up to the door, and there you had those 2 big African bouncers, 6 feet, 7 feet, big muscles. I mean, his arms itself, one arm was like both my legs. Huge, massive guy. You have to look up like this. So 2 guys were there. So when he came there, hey, sorry, they looked at me. Okay. But the minute they saw him, hey, Pooch, hey, they called him his nickname and whatever. Hey, how are you, man? And he shook hands and I was like, huh? What? And then they say, come, man. So they say, yeah, this guy's with me. Oh, okay, fine. All right, go. I was like, what? So they let this guy in and they let me also in. And I was like, what the hell happened just now? So we went inside and almost as soon as he entered the club, every single person in the bar, in this place, every single person, hey, Richard, hey, Poochie, hey, they kept going, hi, everybody, male, female, there were some hot babes and everybody said hi. In fact, the bartender, yay, how are you doing and all that. And then I saw the manager come running up to, hey, how are you doing, Richard? How are you doing, Poochie? And then he made him sit. You know, there are certain tables reserved for VIP. Made him sit there. And next thing you know, they bought the menu, they bought this, girls came and everyone hugged him and all that. I was wondering, what the hell is going on? Now, mind you, this guy is not a millionaire. Huh? He's a guy who we used to work together. And they bought him the menu, this, that, and all that. And he didn't even order. And they placed a alcohol bottle. You know, they had this silver kind of a bucket with all alcoholic drinks and beverages. They put it on the table and he was sitting drinking and everyone's talking to him and all that. I sat down there. He asked me, what do you want? I said, nothing. Yeah, take something. So I think I ordered Red Bull 1. So we sat on there and I was looking around and, you know, just walking around and with my Red Bull. In the, I think, 4-5 hours that we were there, he was busy, surrounded by people and all that. And finally, when we left, okay, he said bye and all that. He said, you know, I asked him, did you pay the bill and all that? No, it's on my tab. I was like, okay, and he went out. I couldn't understand. So then the following day, after a few days, I didn't talk to him that time. I don't know when I spoke to him. I asked him, like, you know, when I went there the last time, they stopped me at the door and they said members only. But when you came in, they let you in and they didn't ask for any ID, nothing. Immediately he told me, yeah, because I spend money. I was like, yeah, but I'm spending. He said, you are spending, maybe you'll buy one Red Bull, maybe you'll buy one Coke, maybe you'll buy one soda. And you'll buy that one drink for 8 hours, 10 hours. Spend the whole day there. They don't want people like you coming there. He told me on my face, huh? They don't want people like you coming there, spending the whole day there, and not spending anything. He's saying, just imagine if 100 of India, our Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, 100 of them crowd this place. They order only one Coca-Cola or Red Bull or a soda and sit there and gawking and staring and oogling at other females and all that. Saying they don't want people like that. But you bring a Brit or American or Westerner, he will order every 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then he said, do you know that day when I sat down, he's saying I spent 20,000 dirhams. 20,000 is roughly, I think, what, $3,000 or saying I just spent sitting down, I spent that much. Saying there are days where I spend $5,000 just for a few hours. He's saying it's a business. It's not charity. And they are looking for quality crowd. Okay, girls will come. Okay, hot girls, no problem. Can come in for free. But they want spenders. They don't want freeloaders. And I sat and I thought about it, and at that time it didn't register in my head. However, as I started to go to more bars and pubs, and I would talk to the manager, you know, from that time onwards, whenever I would enter, if they would have an entry fee, I would just pay it. And I'd always speak to the manager and ask them, what about Indians? And once they would get friendly with me, they say, see, listen, man, I'm running this joint for profit. The owner has appointed me to make sure this establishment makes money. I need spenders. So when a spender comes, I treat him like a king. He makes, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. He's saying I can make up to, let's say, we can have a bill of up to 200,000, 500,000, 1 million we can spend. But if I get a whole bunch of Indians and they don't spend, saying, what do I do? That's one. The second thing is, our Indians with their poor hygiene, in a bar and pub, it is hot and humid and sticky and smelly. I'll tell you, this I experienced when I went to an Indian themed discotheque. Whew. You would see guys dressed up like accountants and, I don't know, office clothes. and sweat patches. And I'll tell you, the smell was so bad. I couldn't even stay there for a few minutes. You know, when you come from outside, your smell is neutral, but when you go there, the stench, I walked out. So, and then I think the third part, the reason why they don't allow such individuals or certain nationalities or whatever, is they act like they never seen women. Now, that doesn't mean all the Western expatriates are well behaved. No, there are some backpackers, there are some, there are also people like that, but they spend money, they blow their entire savings, they don't give a damn. Maybe because the government takes care of them, or, their purchasing power is more. So when you look at both the sides, then you understand the reason why. Like when I went to Pattaya, they were straight off. My friend, okay, me with my tattoos, I was allowed. My friend, who was an Indian guy, he was not allowed. And he felt pretty offended. That day it was pretty packed. They didn't let him in. They said, no, sorry, you need to pay entrance fee. He refused. But when we went the following day and there was no crowd, they let us come in. It was empty. And you can make out. See, one simple question. If you are running a business and you have 10 people who will spend like $100,000, 10 people, or you will have 100 guys come in and they'll spend only $1,000. Which one would you rather prefer, man? Do you want guys just sitting there ordering one soda, one Coca-Cola and sharing with each other and sitting and enjoying the music, enjoying the ambience, staring at all the girls and eating the peanuts and everything for free, popcorn, and not spending? Or would you rather have a guy who's coming there and blowing all his money? Simple, no? So I don't blame these establishments. Now, does that mean that Indians don't spend? No, India is a population of 1 billion. They would definitely be spenders. But these spenders don't go to these joints. They go to big joints. And the ones who really spend, they know how to carry themselves. The problem is the Pareto principle. If you go 80-20, 80% of 1 billion, that's a substantial amount. So for every 2 Indians, if you have 8 Indians who give them a bad experience, they'll paint them in the same picture, right? Like here in Thailand, they have this phrase, it's called Kiniao. Kiniao means stingy. And it's predominantly put for Indians. They have a lot of these groups, which my wife is, a member of. And they say, Indians, we don't want Indian customers. They're very smelly, they're very loud, they're very rude. They'll always ask discount, they'll always ask last price. They cause a big ruckus. It's a known fact. In fact, when my wife tells them, oh, my husband is Indian, they get shocked. Oh, sheesh, he doesn't look like Indian, doesn't act like Indian. Yeah, it's because I was born and raised in Dubai. That doesn't mean to say that all Indians are same way, but the majority are, the majority. And like I told you, when you have a population of 1 billion, the majority is a massive number. Yeah, it's even greater than the entire population of USA. So overall, what I want to tell you is, see, it takes 2 hands to clap. It's very easy to say, oh, you're racist and all that, but there's a reason for that, and you need to dig into the reason. And once you understand the reason, makes sense. Tell me, if you are a spender, do you think they give a damn about your nationality, where you come from? You're a spender, you're spending money. They will love you. It's a business. But you sit there with one Coca-Cola, one soda, one Red Bull for 8 hours, and you free entertainment, free music, free girls dancing, free popcorn, free peanuts. If you're a business owner, you want like that? Those kinds of people. You want spenders, money. They have expenses, they have targets. This is something you learn as you travel and see the world. And if you are a businessman, You'll 100% relate to what I'm saying. Anyway, I get tons of our Indians who still approach me to say, please help me for free, I have no money. You think I'm not aware of all this discount and all that? Anyway, you tell me if what I said is right or wrong, and feel free. End of the day, an establishment decides its own rules. They decide what they want, they decide what they don't want, they decide who enters, who doesn't. If I was running my own place, I would have had the same rules. I don't give a damn what's your nationality. You spend money, you come in. And if you're a good customer, you're welcome always. But if you are a freeloader, no. And if you spend money and make it a big headache, bugger off. I've run a health club, I've run a gym. Sometimes I used to hate our Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans. Why? Because some of them are really terrible, man. They would pay the money and then they would throw weights and take the sweat like this and smell and stink. I would refund their money and tell them bye-bye. Please don't come here. So, anyway, good, bad, ugly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say. You guys take care. Ciao.